This is Mr. Lanchop bringing the finest .02 Retribution cast this side of East Yorkshire, and today we have a 3 versus 3 on Angel Gate. For the blue team playing as a Hive Tyrant, we have uVaV's Koras, we have G.U.G's Torack playing as a Plague Champion, and uVaV's Jomanix playing as the Force Commander. On the red team we have Rozy playing as a Warlock, Boby playing as a Farseer, and Deby playing as a Force Commander. I think these are my 3 favourite names ever. They're just so casual. It's like, hi, my name's Deby, and I'm playing as a Space Marine. That's a good name. I'm going to move my microphone just a little bit, just to make sure that I don't end up talking too loud. So yeah, we just have some Space Marines and Chaos Space Marines moving up, going to be taking on these Guardian squads. These Guardians will want to get into some form of combat, some cover, but they're going to retreat. At ranged, they don't do all too well against Tactical Marines and Chaos Marines. We've got some Nurgle Worship here to help with the regen. Some more of Bobby's Guardians coming this way. This Force Commander almost overextending. Got caught by this Shuriken Cannon here. It's forced to retreat. Up top we have some scouts taking the northernmost, well, the topmost VP. It's more like a northeast kind of thing. Hive Tyrants is stupidly large. It's a massive creature when you compare them to the size of scouts. Damn right, they're going to run away. Probably going in here. Nope, they're going to... Or are they? Come on. There we go. That's what I'm on about. They're just going to chill there. Force Commander going to come around the side. However, that's a lot of stuff for just him to take on. He will want to retreat. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squads of Guardians down here. 1 with battle equipment. Warlock is going to push these Chaos Space Marines back. We have a grenade as well going off. I think that was a grenade. Taking off 1 Chaos Space Marine model. They're now going to capture that middle power node. This Force Commander taking a lot of damage, surviving for quite a while. We now have some Space Marines just chilling out in the civilian structure here. Obviously without things like grenade launchers or exploding things or flamethrowers. People in buildings, it'll be very difficult to deal with people in buildings. We obviously have some warrior brood coming for Koras. He's probably going to get a barbed strangle, I think it's called. These Guardians almost getting taken out. This Force Commander with his Iron Hailer is going to charge in. It's going to retreat. Now got a Ranger squad doing as much damage as they can. Very good choice against... Oh, as Hive Tyrant goes down to this grenade. Yes, he does. Very good show there. But as we're saying, Rangers very good against things like Tactical Marines. Since obviously they've only got 3 men in their squad. There we go, Barbed Strangler. Very good again. Very good, especially against this mass of Guardians that they are up against. That Boby and Rozy are throwing in. I think everyone should just change their names to things like Deby, Boby, and Rozy, just because it just makes life just easy. We've got this Warlock coming in, going to try and force melee on these warriors. The Guardians are going to take on this power generator, trying to harass this power node as well. This Warlock trying to keep these warriors as far away as possible. We have a Force Commander with an Iron Halo going to be engaging these Space Marines in close combat. I'm not sure what colour scheme that is, but whatever it is, it looks cool as balls, but not nearly as cool as the Imperial Fist skin. We have a lot of nids coming up. These guys are going to retreat. Warlock just staying in just because why not? Hard as nails, he will do whatever the hell he pleases. Hive Tyrant now being not revived even, not respawned. Upgrades. Hive Tyrant gotten on, Plague Champion gotten on, obviously Jomanix's Force Commander has got an Iron Hailer. Deby's Force Commander has got armour of whatever that word says. I'm going to put it over there. Right, you can read it now. There you go. We have Bobby's Farseer with nothing. Rozy's Warlock with no upgrades so far. But Rozy going for tier 2. I don't know about you, but I think this is quite late tier 2 actually. We now have some Noise Marines going to stop this Guardian squad from firing. This shield goes down, so obviously they start taking damage. Obviously when you are behind an energy shield you take no damage whatsoever. One noise marine does go down, even if there's some Nagel worship going on. The damage was too much. Another Chaos Space Marine gets sniped by these double rangers going for Boby. Obviously, like the last game, we've got Boby going for quite heavy tier 1, hoping that his teammates will go for tier 2. I'm not sure what they're planning. Obviously I cannot speak Russian. I speak a little bit of French and a little bit of German, in the sense that I just know enough to say, sorry, I don't speak your language. Also, asking for where the toilet is a very good bit of lingo to learn as well. We have some grenade launchers going for the Chaos Heretics, going to try and knock these Guardian squads out of cover, while the jump units called Assault Squads jumping in, getting knocked back by these grenades. Farsia goes down, taking a lot of damage, but will retreat before taking too much damage. These grenades might take a model out, taking 2 models out even. That was a very good retreat grenade there. Now have some Tyranids coming up. Going to try and stop these scouts from failed in their attempts at trying to capture these, stopping these scouts from capturing that. However, scouts probably Deby had his mind on something else. Probably retreating from whatever was going on up here. And forgot about his scouts. Oh, a little bit quiet, just a small engagement. These Guardians are going to be caught off guard here. Obviously if they break out into a run now, they'll be caught all off in this, but they will throw a grenade, forcing these guys to run. Even if you do not kill with the grenade, forcing them to run means that they will be firing less and less accurately. Now I have a suicide grenade going there, taking out a whole total of 2 of these Homogons. Not a very good trade-off, considering that he has one Guardian squad, one Guardian model left in that squad, almost getting the unit taken out. Now we have a very cheeky... I see what was going on. A webway gate up here, that's why there were lots of people up here. Do like to see me some decent webway gate play. We now have everyone in tier 2. We've got a zone throw up going for Koras. An artillery unit for the Tyranids. Does not do friendly fire and does an extremely large amount of damage, but is exceedingly fragile. As we can see, maybe a shot there. There we go. Obviously they weren't clumped together, so not much damage was done. They have now been slowed down by, I think they have by their toxin sacks. Hive Tyrant still with no upgrades, still level 1. It's going to retreat, trying to tie them up for as long as possible. Some Barb Strangler is going to try and suppress them, but fails. Although I do like the Tyranids Hive node, since they just throw spore mines. Very nice. Very nice turret. We have now got some assault squads just moving around, being all like, oh, we can't attack whatever is in here. Some Guardians in here, obviously. Some Rangers stealthing in. We have just Guardians everywhere. We've got double zone throw-ups. And some Plague Marines going for Torack. Where's all the action? We have a Force Commander for Deby with a Power Sword, and obviously that word that I can't say. We have a Warlock with a Witchblade. Now a Wraithlord on the field for Rozy. It's Guardians both level 2 with battle equipment and their Warlock. As opposed to getting lots of units, he is just going for the well-equipped small amount of units. Warlock has now got the Warp Thrower upgrade. Another webway gate going down. It's Boby who is supplying this one. And Will it tell me? I'm not sure if it'll tell me. Right. Oh well, I've lost it now, but... And that was very unfortunate. The Space Marines now coming out, nowhere to get back. And now they are stuck here. A lot of damage. The Warrior Brood may be going down and will go down to the Assault Squad. Assault Squad might jump out now. Or maybe not. Going to try and do as much damage to these Zoneflips as possible. However, they have got their shields up, which allows them to, instead of taking damage from the health, to take damage from their energy. Force Commander now will try and escape and will probably do so while surviving. This Wraith Lord now doing all kinds of damage. Tactical Squad's running away. A full retreat from Jomanix. Grenade goes down, however, Plague Marines were retreating. Obviously the key with grenading retreating units is that you're aiming for where they're going, not for where they are. This Wraith Lord will take quite a lot of damage from these Zoneflips. Glitch there did not fire. Oh, he's aiming for this mass of Guardians here. Zoneflips can obviously retreat. They have got no setup time. These guys are now going to retreat. 3 Hormagaunts left in this brood. They will try and tie them up as much as possible. And my phone goes off again. I do not learn from my mistakes. It's because I am too damn popular. These Guardians are now going to try and repair this Wraith Lord while on the move. Now got some Wraith Guard. This is a very, very nice colour scheme, even though it is just grey and black. It's, oh, grey, black and red. It's a very nice colour scheme, I do approve. I'm not sure if you can... I don't know, but like, you know how like on some games you can get like mods and download them? I'm not sure how moddy this game can be, but surely someone's able to make their own banners and what have you and skins. I do remember in Dawn of War, I used to play it with my dad occasionally, and once we were playing against a guy who had a custom skin, and he was playing as, I think, it was Space Marines, and for banners it was just Schwarzeneggers, which was very odd. It was very odd indeed. Not sure if you could do it on this game, but you know what I mean. I don't want everyone to get Schwarzeneggers for their units, but you know, obviously, like for their own like if you create your own banners for like your real life tabletop armies, if any of you play, it'd just be pretty cool, you know. Makes a nice change from all these DLCs that you have to have, like the Imperial Fists or the Craft World Ulfware. We have some Guardian squads being backed up by Wraith Guards. The Farseer now fully kitted out with rune armour, a singing spear and a ghost helm. The ghost helm gives her a nice little helmet. Rozy has now obviously got the same. Oh no, he's switched it to a Witchblade of Koras. Deby still with no upgrades. Level 4 there. Level 2 and level 2 for Boby, level 4 for Rozy. We now have a Dreadnought with a autocannon. Just extremely good against normal infantry, not so effective against light infantry, however, as you can see, doing a lot of damage with that attack. Life Neck, I don't know what it's called. Some grenades going down, stopping these guys from firing. We've got 2 Plague Marines. The Chaos Dreadnought, the Dreadnought will just want to get out of there. We now have Crushing Course for the Hive Tyrant, no upgrades for the Plague Champion, and a, if I can find my mouse, a Power Fist for Jomanix Force Commander. These Guardians will try and escape before they get swamped by these Hormagaunts. Plague Cloud going down here, gonna do as much damage to these guys as they can while retreating. Now have a serious battle on our hands. What they're called, victory points are 465 for the blue team and 168 for the red team. Now have a hollow field for the Eldar. Probably trying to get as close as they can. We now have a D cannon set up. Look at that range, that is an impressive range. If they can get a singularity off, maybe on these Plague Marines, or at least on these Noise Marines. But obviously when people are stealth, they do not automatically attack, you need to tell them to attack. And look at that damage there. Also some Devastators there as well, going to be pushing back these Plague Marines. Obviously Plague Marine's been very durable. When one model gets destroyed, he will heal all the other models. And this Hive Tyrant will go down to the mass of fire. We have a random Warlock just jumping into combat there, but then deciding, yeah, you know what, there's no point, is there? Warlock now getting his Providence upgrade. We have some just normal Space Marines retreating. One with missile launchers, the other one with no upgrades, but both with their masters, their lieutenants. Hive Tyrant still lying down on the floor. These Rangers are set up. The Wraith Guard will try and escape. And the Hive Tyrant is now up. These guys will want to get away, as far away as possible from these guys. But falling back behind the safety of the Guardian squad line. Wraith Guard now level 2. Rangers are also level 2. One mod left, they may want to retreat. D-Cannon now being set up. And just look at all this range. No matter which way these Termagant broods come from, they will feel the might of the D-Cannon. D-Cannon aptly named, because apparently not a lot of people like it when up against it. Some people have a bit of problem dealing with it. We've now got a sacred standard for the Force Commander. Knockback effect being done by the Zone Flip, stopping the Force Commander from capping this victory point. The red team really need to keep on their victory points. These Noise Marines will go down to this assault squad from their their lieutenant. I think it's a lieutenant with their power sword. Same difference really, isn't it? You know what I'm on about. Wraith Guard are going to try and get in here, have a couple of cheeky shots off. Although obviously with their energy shields they do not get knocked back, they do not take much damage, and these guys are thinking, yeah, you know what, we don't want to take on all this. That's 3 tactical squads, Chapter Master, Force Commander even, 2 Zone Flips, that's just a lot. And now we have Terraform going down for taking out that entire squad of Space Marines. Obviously, when you are in a building, you have the advantage of being in cover. However, if the building does get destroyed, then that's just massive amount of damages, normally taking on the entirety of your squad. Carnifex just chowing down on this Assault Marine. This Warlock will want to get out of there. In fact, yes, he will want to get out there, but the Carnifex is just ignoring him. Just going to go for the slightly more squishy Guardians. Either to stop the Farseer from being revived, he is just going to go in, do all kinds of damage. We have the Fawnback upgrade, which increases health and allows him to charge into battle. He's going for this D-Cannon. We now have Terminators going with their Cyclone missile launchers. Very good against a mass amount of... They're going to teleport in, trying to get as much damage as they can, trying to force melee, almost taking on this Zone Foe. Now they're just going to sit here and fight. Well, just look how much damage they do. It's an insane large amount of damage. So Carnifex just chilling here, doing as much damage as he can. Going to run away from this avatar of Kane. Obviously does not want to go in unsupported. Ripper squads, where are they? They're here just trying to tie up anything they can. It's the only real purpose for a Ripper squad. uVaV is now going to run away from these Terminators. Terminators with their power fists. Insane in melee. Carnifex charges in, stopping them from bashing the Hive Tyrant anymore. D Cannon trying to do as much damage to this Plague Champion. Plague Champion now got a Plague Fist and Armour of Pestilence. And some more Plague Marines. Well, not more, just the same amount, but just standing here, just chillaxing. A lot of Eldar on top here. Avatar now moving in, going to take on this Carnifex in combat. I'd love to see if the Carnifex and the Avatar had a sync kill for each other. But obviously sync kills on this game are not as frequent as it is on some other games. When a unit is doing a sync kill, he takes something like 50% less damage or something, and just looks cool as balls. You know, Tactical Marines are going to try and micro, trying to kite this Avatar. These Terminators, these Assault Terminators, trying to do as much damage as they can. Do not take all that much damage from the Avatar's AoE ability. D Cannon charging up. Not sure where that shot went. Terminators are going to try and finish off this Avatar. Chasing where the Avatar will escape. Terminators are not known for being too quick. We have the D Cannon going down, I think, anyway. Oh no, it's a different one now. We have a Fire Prism going for Rozy. Another Carnifex going for Koras. These Rangers, they could try and retreat, but obviously they'll get caught in the way of Terminators, so they're just surviving in here for as long as possible. Where are they? And they have been given up on. Avatar doing his sword ability, not doing as much damage as he should have got a little bit closer. However, we have now got an orbital bombardment from Deby, probably doing lots of damage to anything caught in there. However, luckily Koras saw that coming, managed to get out just in the nick of time. A Wraith Lord now almost going down, gets taken down by these Plague Marines. Plague Marines now level 2. Oh bloody hell, that is a lot of explosive stuff going down here. Another Carnifex, 2 Carnifexes. Avatar being cornered in. No avenue of escape. Actually, he does have an avenue of escape and will try and escape. We have these 3 Tactical Marines doing a hell of a lot of damage. Not a wise move against the Carnifexes. Obviously, the Carnifexes do not take that much damage from that. However, an Eldritch Storm, it will stun them. And 2 Eldritch Storms going down. That is very well synced there. Now maybe both of these Carnifexes will go down. They probably will. One Carnifex goes down. Another Carnifex will try and run out. Or will the Avatar get this down? And he does. Bloody hell. Very well coordinated there, I must say. The power of the Eldritch Storms. And now we probably have another... what's it called? Oh no, we have a drop pod. Going to be reinforcing all these Tactical Marines. However, they are low on health. Terminators with their Cyclone missiles doing a lot of damage. Force Commander being revived by his Warlock ally. Plague Champion might go down. Well, he will go down. While he is down, he emits a noxious plague gas, I think he does, with the armour that he does, the armour of pestilence. And a fire prism, a beautifully coloured fire prism, if I do say so myself. That's the definition of pretty, if you ask me. These scouts are going to be taken care of, maybe. Free health. Escapes with free health. These assault squads must be kicking themselves over that. But the hive time goes down. Terminators just teleport in. However, they've got to watch their back against these assault terminators. A grenade taking out their own Farseer, I think. Bit of friendly fire there. That was most unfortunate. Now have the Lictor just jumping in. Obviously not a Lictor Alpha, but still a very useful unit. He is now going for triple Lictor, actually. What he's planning behind this is that I don't know. Torack has now got 1, 2, 3, 4 Plague Marines. He's going for the Plague Marine spam. Obviously a very durable spam. They will not die, or at least you will not lose a unit anytime soon, especially if you keep them all clumped together. But 3 Lictors, that's a very unusual build. They are very fragile as well. Very micro-intensive, especially with 2 zone threats as well. You're going to really have your eye on the money for this. We have another Terraform going here. Obviously the Mill Spike does the most damage, and the Fire Prism will go down. So will this Guardian Squad, maybe. No, he does not go down. There's just so much death and sadness going on in this middle ground here. Hive Time is going to revive the Plague Champion, I think. Yes, he is. And he levels up. Level 8 for Hive Tyrant. Plague Champion's at level 5. Force Commander at level 10. Been putting some serious work in. It's not every day that you see a level 10 Force Commander. He could probably solo this Land Raider if he so damn well pleased. Deby is level 6. Boby is level 6. And the Warlock is also level 10. Some serious... And I still don't know who's going to win. It's not set in stone who's going to win. If anything, I just want to see how well these Lictors are going to be used. Just stealthing in, trying to stop these Guardians from taking these VPs. VPs almost neck and neck. 1-4-7 to the blue team, 1-2-2 to the red team. Avatar not being supported, however, these units are being clumped up. Might be able to take on these. But obviously, as you see, as I was telling you about the other time, oh, warp throw there. Not sure what he was planning with there. However, the Warlock still level 10, just able to do so much goodness. You can more or less solo all this stuff, forcing a full retreat from the Space Marines. Warp throw. He's going to try and separate these Plague Marines. Obviously, if they all stand together, they heal each other and become nearly impossible to kill. We now have a Seer Council going on, destroying all these capillary towers. Capillary towers provide, I think they provide synapsis. Yes, I think they do. And they also provide a buff for nearby Tyranids. We now have this bunch of blue team stuff almost being sandwiched by the Eldar and the Space Marine. Some more capillary towers going down here. This Land Raider will take some serious damage from it. Some Lictors just jumping in. I'm not even sure what's going on here. This is a lot of stuff. An Eldritch Storm, maybe. There we go. There's just so much death going on here. They'll have a full retreat from the blue Space Marine player. Wraithguards being forced into combat by the Plague Champion. They will also retreat. Double Terminators for Deby. That is going to be a force to reckon with. Plague Champion now thinking, shit, I better get out of there. Even when retreating, still takes an insanely large amount of damage, and he will go down. Lictor now getting stuck in. Howling Banshee now down to 1 model. Level 1. Lictor now jumping in. Grenade going in, trying to stop these guys from going here for as long as possible. Obviously it's going to get down to whoever can just keep whatever tiny toehold they can. Cyclone Launcher doing a lot of disruption to this mass ball of Plague Marines. We now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squads of Plague Marines for Torack. Very difficult build to deal with, purely because they just will not die. Level 9, Jesus Christ. After this match, I am actually going to have to check the stats just to see how many kills everyone has got, because this is just an insane amount of death. We now have 2 squads of Terminators being supported by this D cannon against what seems to be like an unending wave. We have some chaos badness going down here, forcing these Guardians to retreat. Avatar of Cain trying to get some kills off, almost taking out this Plague Marine squad with one mod left, but the Avatar is probably going to go down. Another Fire Prism, as well as a D cannon. Just so much death. And the Avatar finally goes down. We had Jomanix's Terminators teleporting in, as well as Deby's Terminators teleporting in. They're going to try and capture this point before they... Oh, now we have some orbital bombardment going to do a seriously large amount of damage. Maybe. Not quite as much damage as I thought it was going to do, but it does knock them back. These Terminators do go down for a small victory of just at least decapping that and stopping them, because it's essentially boiling down to whoever can win by victory point. These armies are still extraordinarily even. I'd say maybe at least a little bit biased towards red team even, just purely because of the mix of units. These Lictors getting in all sorts of work. Still in level 1 though, so they can't be doing that much, but they're just going in and just generally disrupting units. We have double Howling Banshees stealthed in by the Rangers. They are now coming in. We're going to try and take care of these Zone Throps once and for all. These Zone Throps are going to retreat. However, even when retreating, they're not too fast, but just fast enough to escape. They're going to try and take care of this Lictor as well, but they will escape. 4-86. Looks like red team will win. However, who knows? Oh well, Jomanix has lost all his units. I don't know where he lost them, but missed that. I do apologise. just a matter of time now. Obviously without support from one player. But then again, he is level 10. He is still able to do a hell of a lot. I mean, just look at how much damage this entire full squad of Assault Marines are doing, while he's just taking it. He's just like, yo dog, I don't care. He'll be able to capture this and probably still be able to turn around and take him on. He now retreats. Some more orbital bombardments going down. I can't even like see the original colour of the floor here. That's just, it's just been painted with fire and capillary towers and such. It's a wonderful sight to see. Wraithguard are actually going to defeat that in close combat. Wraithguard just smacking the Lictor with their cannons. This warrior brood has now going to retreat, and the game ends with red team winning. Well, that was just a fantastic match. Just death and destruction everywhere. I mean, at the moment, if I go down here, my fraps are 29. If I go up here, the screen rate goes down to 15. So before I end this video, you can probably like leave the game. You can probably like switch this video off now, since there will be no more game. However, I just want to see the numbers. The numbers will probably make me smile inside. Plus, we get to see who the champion is, and I guess that's kind of cool, eh? It's kind of cool. Rozy getting the champion. Just want to see the units. 100, just yeah. Jomanix only getting 47 units killed. However, just death. Oh god, and everyone losing their commando at least once. That was just generally good overall. Well, anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care.